Police officers often escalate situations and abuse their authority, but sometimes they get the perfect dose of karma for overstepping their boundaries and end up getting owned on the spot, just like this clueless cop who clearly doesn't understand the First Amendment.
With your middle finger extended, you said, quote, yelled it, and then said, F you, as you drove away.
Oh my God.
Hands on the hood.
Come on.
Now put your right hand on your back.
Oh my God, sir.
Some cops break the law thinking they can avoid accountability, but sometimes karma catches up with them fast. Today we will look at cases where corrupt officers faced instant consequences and got what they deserved. On February 9th, 2018, Gregory Bombard was driving across the street when he crossed a police officer and went over to light his cigarette. Moments later, the officer pulled him over, and you will be stunned to know the reason for the stop.
You need something? You need something? Yeah. No, it looked like you put me out when you were going by there. Looks like you went like this to me as I was driving by you. Were you looking? Did you not do that?
No, you might have thought I might have been stretching. I was doing this.
Okay, so you didn't...
No.
Okay, you didn't intentionally do that then?
You thought I stood too off?
Yeah, it looked like you looked right at me and looked like you stuck your middle finger up in my face.
No, I was doing this. Yeah. You must be really sensitive if the trooper is talking about flipping you off.
Well, I don't need to make it personal, you know. I mean, you looked right at me, and if you were lighting a cigarette or you had
Well, I had a cigarette,
one...
but I was doing this.
It is shocking to see just how thin-skinned State Trooper Jay Riggin proved to be. Even if Gregory had flipped him off, the stop was not justified. It's a constitutionally protected act.
First of all, I'm not an overly sensitive person, and it's the first time in 12 years I've ever stopped someone who I thought put me off, so I don't like that insinuation. You know what I'm saying? In talking,
You thought I flipped you off?
I want to make sure that you're all right. Yeah, it's an unusual behavior.
It's unusual behavior.
You may not have been doing that, but I think you can agree that if someone was looking for the attention of a trooper, they're probably going to find it by giving them that type of negative signal. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't know, because I don't understand that.
If somebody were to do that, can we? That may not have been you. Can we agree? If somebody did that for a trooper, they're obviously looking for their attention.
No, I wasn't looking for your attention.
I know. I'm saying if someone did that. I'm trying to put you in my mindset from what I was thinking for a moment.
Trooper Riggin should have just ended the stop right away and let him go, but instead he seemed determined to make something out of nothing. Well,
now that I'm talking to you, I realize that maybe that wasn't the case. Right? You don't strike me as someone who would do that. I don't know that until I have a conversation with you. Agree with that? I don't know you until I have a conversation with you.
Okay, so I have a question. If someone flipped you off,
Yeah.
what is the citation? What's the crime?
So, if somebody flicks me off,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're signaling to try to get my attention because they need assistance or they need to have a conversation. But obviously, it's not normal behavior, so I'm going to have that conversation. Right? It's not normal. I'm telling you, out of thousands of public interactions, I've never seen that. At least it didn't catch my attention, but it was so obvious what you did.
no matter how much the trooper tried to portray this gesture as illegal or suspicious, it is not something that he has the authority to pull someone over for. It is cops like these who cause their cities massive lawsuits.
So I won't take up any more of your time.
Well, I'm going to file a complaint with you.
You're more than welcome to. It's Trooper Riggin out of Chalmers Barracks.
But I don't understand why, like, you thought I flipped you off.
I was going by there, and your middle finger was extended while you were looking
maybe
at me.
I was doing this. I was doing this.
Well, I also see that you had a cigarette in your hand.
Yeah.
So it's possible that you had one hand up while your cigarette.
That would be considered freedom of expression in speech. So I'm going to file a complaint against you.
So actually, you're more than welcome to. So here's the issue: is that although it may be freedom of expression, it is so unusual that it requires intervention to make sure that you don't need help at the time. Are you trying to signal my attention or something? Okay. So it may be freedom of expression, but it crosses the line. Whereas it is so unusual that it requires intervention. And I'm not going to delay any more than I need to. Listen, sir. Once I realize that you weren't flipping me off, you're free to go. You understand?
The trooper let him go after 3 minutes of struggle, but if you think the fun ended here, you are completely wrong, as things were about to take a turn for the worse.
Now you don't realize I flipped you off.
Once I realize
What if I did flip you off?
Then we have a conversation. We'll just plug it out over it. I have other things to do than to be.
So if I did flip you off,
Have a good day. Looks like as he pulled away, he called me an asshole and said "fuck" with the bird. I'm going to arrest him for disorderly conduct. There are multiple people around there. 240 Song, send me another unit to Brainerd Street in the city.
The trooper desperately wanted this to happen. He was just looking for an excuse, and here he had one. Looks like he has no clue about freedom of expression and has never even read the Constitution.
Okay, so now you're under arrest for disorderly conduct. Get out of the car.
I'm under arrest for
Yeah.
disorderly conduct. What did I do?
All the people there saying, fuck, asshole, all the people there in the public, that's a crime, sir. So get out of the car, you're under arrest.
How am I under arrest for disorderly conduct?
I'm not going to debate this with you. Please step out of the car. You are under arrest. Step out of the car.
How is that disorderly conduct, sir? How is that disorderly conduct?
Although the first
Sir, I
interaction...
just got up. I'm having a coffee.
Listen to me. Ask me a question. Although the first interaction may have been an error, the second one certainly was not. And while your window was down, with your middle finger extended, you said, quote, asshole, yelled it, and then said, fuck you, as you drove away. And all that public there heard it and saw it. So that is disorderly conduct 101. Step out of the car.
The trooper's escalation of this event was scary to say the least, and now he was threatening Bombard of arrest. Just then, he took his rage to a whole new level.
Have a lot of...
Step out of the car. Step out of the car, you're going to be ejected from the car.
How am I going to
Step out of the car.
Can I meet you at the barracks?
No, you cannot.
How
Step out of
am
the car, you're under arrest.
Can I call your
Do not.
supervisor?
He'll be at the barracks when we get there. Step out of the car, you're under arrest.
How am I under arrest?
Step out of the car, I'm going to make you.
But, sir, can you explain to me how that is...
It's disorderly conduct. It is tumultuous behavior of all the motor vehicle traffic there. That's
Yeah.
You cannot do that. It's
Wait,
tumultuous.
I don't
It's profane
understand that.
behavior in public.
I don't
That's disorderly
understand
conduct.
that.
Step out of the car. I'll lock the door and step out of the car.
Oh, my God, I can't believe this.
Step out of the car.
You're serious, sir.
Walk back here.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't a problem until it became a problem. You understand that?
Are you kidding?
Riggin clearly misunderstood the definition of disorderly conduct. His actions showed that he was unfit for police duty, and his call for backup only highlighted his poor judgment.
Hands on the hood.
Oh, my God.
Hands on the hood.
Come on.
And put your hand behind your back.
Oh, my God, sir. You're kidding.
Other
My
hand.
car is
Other
running,
hand. Other
sir.
hand. I'll take care of it. Okay.
I cannot believe this, sir. I cannot believe this.
The first one may have been there, and the second one certainly was
How
not.
is that disorderly conduct? I'm not being disorderly. How is it causing disorderly?
Now, we can maybe agree to disagree, but yelling at and saying with your hand out of the window in front of what probably
I was a little pissed because you saw it.
were dozens of people, if not over 100 people, in very busy Main Street traffic. Now, that's disorderly conduct 101. That first thing may have been an error, but after that, it certainly wasn't. But now I'm wondering,
How is that disorderly?
but now I'm wondering if maybe you actually did do that as I thought you originally did. Because only somebody who then would have the audacity...
I was smoking a cigarette and I was
you may let
fingers.
You may let me speak now.
It is unclear if anyone heard Bombard's words, but the officer repeatedly shouted them in front of the people on the road. Funny how that doesn't qualify as disorderly conduct.
Audacity to do that. Someone has the audacity. I told you, I've made thousands and thousands of car stops, and I don't remember any time I've ever seen someone consciously put me in the bird. So now I'm convinced that you did. Especially that behavior you actually get at the end of the stop. Okay, so you are under arrest, and that's the end of the story.
Whatever. I don't know what to do here, so I'm going to...
What we're going to do is just be compliant.
Well, I am, but I'm not going to answer my questions, I guess.
I'm
worried about my car.
I'm not intending you to. I'm not intending to ask you the questions.
I'm worried about my car, sir.
Jeff, can you stay in there?
Sir, can you please... Can I please go?
No. Nope. That ship sailed.
Oh, my God, I can't believe it. Oh, my God.
I'm all set now.
So what happens to my car?
Well,
Man,
it says no parking on the side of the street, so it's going to get towed.
where? Where does it get towed?
I'll give you a record of your preference. Come back over here.
Can I get my personal bag?
I can grab it for you, but you can't grab it now. You understand you've been arrested, right? So you don't just get to drag around your car now, right? I mean, you can't take around there. You've been arrested. You're in custody, so
All right, whatever.
It turns out the entire department is filled with idiots who know nothing about the law. The trooper discusses the incident with another cop, and he completely agrees with what he did.
Drove by him, and I saw his middle finger extended at me.
Really?
So I just wanted to have a conversation with him. It's like, you need to, what's going on? Do you need help? Right? I mean, totally unusual behavior. What's going on? He denied doing it, so I said, okay, maybe you didn't do it. And then...
He absolutely did it, obviously.
Yeah, obviously did. So then when I got to the car before he left, he, out the window, yelled asshole, said, fuck you, and put me off in front of 100 people.
Great. I will meet you at the barracks.
It's outrageous.
I'm going to have Candy sit with this.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to the barracks.
Correct.
The poor victim was taken to the police station, where he was charged with disorderly conduct and was released after an hour in custody. The charge was also dropped some weeks later. However, Mr. Bombard didn't stop there and filed a lawsuit against the trooper and the city of Vermont. Ultimately, the city settled the case for $175,000, proving that Trooper Riggin is incompetent. This officer caused his city a massive lawsuit, but this next karma was even sweeter.
Well,
As long as he has that fishing pole in his hand and he says he's going fishing, he can carry a firearm on him.
okay.
Open firearm?
Open carry firearm.
Yeah.
In July of 2024, a YouTuber who goes by the name of The Armed Fisherman was heading out to fish openly carrying a gun when a couple of police officers pulled him over and began to intimidate him.
What's going on, bud? Happy New Year. Going fishing right over here.
With weapons like that?
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's
Real?
absolutely,
Those are real.
absolutely.
Okay, drop your fishing rod.
Hold on. Under Florida State statute,
Just drop your fishing rod.
We're gonna make sure we're safe.
We're gonna make sure we're
we are safe. Hold on. You can't. I
We're
just
not
relax.
hold on.
We're
I
not
got.
saying you
there-
can't have them.
Hold on.
There is
Hold
no-
on.
there is no open carry law.
There is.
There is no open-
under Florida statute. Hey, excuse me, sir.
Just relax.
Sir, if
Okay.
you want to look at my backpack right now, there's the Florida statutes in my
Then you
backpack.
can open carry with
Yes.
the AR-15?
Yes, sir.
There is?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I want to see the Florida State law for that.
Hey, can you reach in my bag? Huh?
Not with the small gun.
Small and large, it doesn't matter. While I'm engaged in fishing, hunting, and camping, going to and from such an event,
Really?
under Florida State Statute 790.25,
Okay.
Section 3,
Yeah.
subsection H,
Yeah.
it is completely lawful for me to do this.
To walk on the sidewalk with an AR-15
I can
open
walk
carry.
going where I'm going to go fishing, yes, absolutely.
Michael knew exactly what he was doing. As an activist, he knew the Florida statute that permits open carry while fishing or hunting. However, the officers clearly were not familiar with the law.
You can take the. I haven't been aggressive.
Nobody says you have.
All right.
Oh, then what are the
just
cuffs
being-
for?
right now you're just being
What are the
paid.
cuffs? What are the cuffs for?
You have an armed
safety.
I'm not. I haven't pointed a gun at anybody.
Nobody says you
fine.
did.
Then why am I in cuffs?
Just relax.
For safety.
Okay. You wanna,
You're-
what do you want to go?
I don't want to walk anywhere. I want to stand right here.
Okay, all right.
I
So
do
now
not.
these come off.
No, because you
Are
have
they
to.
loaded?
The AR is not. My handgun is.
Okay.
And I do not consent. I am going to go ahead and my first, my second,
You have a CCW
my
permit?
fourth, and my fifth.
You have a CCW permit?
I'm not concealing a weapon. Even if I was,
Okay.
the statute allows me to carry a
To open carry.
absolute.
Okay.
Or if I wanted, while I'm fishing, hunting, and camping, I can
carry a firearm, a sidearm.
side and long gun.
Oh,
It
yeah?
doesn't matter.
Okay.
You can carry a hunting gun, but
No,
not
see the
it's a
statute.
hunting gun.
Okay.
yeah, but not the pistol.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
While you're
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
we're
We'll
gonna.
double check.
Everybody's gonna learn a good, valuable lesson
So
today.
Okay.
Well, that would be great. We would.
Poor guy was handcuffed without any questioning, despite being nothing but cordial. He quickly began giving the officers a much-needed law lesson.
My first is me recording you
Do you
guys.
have an
So
ID in here, sir?
no, I do not.
Just your social security number?
Just look at the Florida statute, and we can go ahead and move forward from
You
this.
don't have an ID.
I don't know if I have an ID on me. Normally, I don't carry it because I'm not doing anything illegal. And-
If you
no,
statute,
I do.
Florida, you're supposed to carry an
You
ID
do
on
not.
us.
If I'm
Yes,
doing
you
some,
do.
if I'm doing something illegal, yes, I have to provide that.
That's not true.
It is 100% true.
Anytime law enforcement starts, you have to
It
provide
is-
identification.
Some.
Okay. We'll go over it.
Yeah, we're gonna go over it. I would
I'll
like.
get a lawyer.
The fisherman had a better understanding of the law than the officers. He repeatedly urged them to check the statute, but they refused to listen, continuing to bully him instead.
So right
Do you
now.
ever see any other people walk around with a gun
Have
open
you-
in the
yes.
state of Florida?
Yes, I have.
On their side, open like you carry?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
When?
Let's see, June 24th.
Yeah. How many people? How many people?
There was seven people on June 24th. There was over 40 people at Miami Beach on October 28th.
Yeah, on the beach carrying an open
Yes,
gun.
absolutely.
Okay.
I can show you videos of
Okay.
it. If you want to look at your phone, you can.
We'll
you can
double
look.
check. We'll double check.
It's so
And if
funny.
I'm wrong, I'll apologize to
Yeah,
you.
and I promise,
Okay. Yeah.
you will get a call. And
Okay.
I actually open carry right over here by your substation.
Okay.
Day in and day out, dude.
Okay.
It's so funny like that, and it's so funny that you guys don't know your laws.
Okay.
Did you know the same Florida statute I'm talking about allows you to open carry your statute? I think it's under L.
What?
The fisherman was stopped and harassed under the guise of officer safety. Now, it makes you wonder just how many people's rights are violated in the name of officer safety.
Why do we have a CCW? Why do we have a carry concealed permit?
Because
in
that
the
was
state of Florida?
adopted. That was
Why do
adopted
we
in
have-
1987.
So why do we have a CCW then?
That's only
Carry and conceal in the state of Florida.
That's if I
Which
want to
means you
conceal
can't
it.
You can't open.
if I want to
They
conceal.
wouldn't have that law then.
But they also have another different law
Okay.
that clearly states the same reason you get to open carry your firearm.
No, because we're law enforcement, sir.
No, I know,
We're-
and that's in the statute.
Okay.
It's
right.
in the statute.
Not
If-
for citizens.
I'm gonna, as soon as I get
Okay.
out of these handcuffs, I'm gonna show you the Florida
Okay,
statute
I'll look
that
it up.
after I got my CCW,
Okay.
they handed me a pamphlet with the 790 statutes.
So you get your CCW to carry. So you get your CCW to carry concealed,
Absolutely.
but you're able to carry your gun open.
While I'm engaged in fishing,
Okay.
hunting, and camping.
Okay. Well, right now
I would like to get
right
your
now you're- right
supervisor
now
out
you're in
here.
front of a park.
It doesn't matter. It's a,
Oh, it doesn't matter.
no, absolutely
Okay.
not.
Well, you're
City
you're not
and
fishing.
I was look
You're not
right over
hunting.
there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you video, and I've got video of me fishing from this part
Okay.
all the way down to Veterans Memorial
You live in
Park.
Port St. Louis?
When the officers realized they had no grounds to arrest him, they began making some bizarre accusation, hoping to find something to hold him accountable for.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I can smell.
I don't.
Okay.
Dude, now you're trying to fish, and
No,
now
I'm just
you're
I can smell
fishing.
it. Okay.
Dude, I haven't touched nothing, dude.
Okay.
And I can't believe you just tried to insinuate that I've been.
I can smell something. It smells
Dude,
like
I can smell alcohol.
Oh,
something.
God, you guys are killing me with your freaking insinuations. And
Did you find the law? What was this? Let me see. What was the state statute again?
790.25, section 3.
790.25?
Yes, and then the open carry statute is 790.053, and it does say it is not allowed. But when you look at the
Oh,
790,
it says it's not allowed.
hold on, but
Now there's another statute. Okay, go ahead.
you have to read the statute.
Okay.
Sir. Just like you have
So
to read
which
the
one says you're allowed? 7905.25,
7.25, section 3.
section 3.
Correct.
Cops even opened the Florida Book of Statutes, but deliberately overlooked the statute that would have required them to release him from cuffs. It is truly bizarre just how ignorant these officers acted.
Michael, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm looking at this stuff that you have,
Mhm.
okay?
Yep.
And I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it unfortunately ends right at the part where it discusses where you can have firearms. So is there something in here?
It doesn't, any firearm, it doesn't, statute
Is
AR.
it in here, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Where-
790.25, section 3,
But look,
subsection.
I'm telling
You have
I
to,
don't see it.
you have to scroll through there. The whole statute's there, ma'am. The
You
whole
don't have
booklet.
it open to this because you're trying to make a statement?
No, I have it because I have to try to show law enforcement that they're wrong.
758, can you 10-9 that? So you do this often?
Yes.
And you come into contact with
I've
this
got
often?
40 videos on YouTube of me going across the state of Florida doing this.
Well, how about with law enforcement?
Yes,
Maybe stop-
Miami Beach Police Department is getting sued right now.
Okay.
So yes, because I'm being
For open
detained.
carry.
Correct.
Okay.
And they are being sued because it is a lawful activity while engaged in fishing, hunting, camping, going to from such an event.
Michael was being illegally detained, and to make matters even worse, the cops did something even more bizarre.
I would like to call my lawyer, please.
That's absolutely fine. I'll
Right
give you a
now.
chance to do that, Michael.
Right now. As soon as I get out of this, and you can let me friggin' call my lawyer.
Absolutely, not a problem.
10-4 clear to signal 12, no tag, no 1025.
No, I do not consent, sir. Do not consent. Do not consent.
48.
If you turn that off, there's gonna be serious repercussions.
Okay.
I do not consent to you removing my camera and turning it off.
Okay.
You guys are fucking clowns.
The officers even stopped him from recording, which is yet another constitutional right of his. However, finally, when the supervisor arrived, he was about to deliver the perfect karma.
My question is, he does have the legal right to carry, okay? But we have the right to stop out, to identify and make sure it's not.
Middle item.
You got the information you need for an FI card?
So
Make
can
sure that-
he
make
open
sure
carry
that-
the pistol as well?
As long as he has that fishing pole in his hand and he
Yeah.
says he's going fishing, he can carry a firearm on it.
Okay.
Open firearm?
Open carry firearm.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I knew you could do it with a rifle, but I didn't know about a pistol.
So what we're going to do is you're going to unload his ammunition out of his pistol and out of his magazine right there. Do you have a backpack?
He does.
We'll put it in his backpack. Okay, and we're going to give this stuff back to him once we make sure there's no round in the chamber of that. And then
It is so refreshing to see someone actually knowing the law and not being a hypocrite. The supervisor took no time in delivering justice and shutting down these ignorant cops.
All right. Did you hear me ask the officer to get on the radio?
No, I haven't heard anything because I'm sitting over here with my firearms. They're unloading my firearms right now, which
Well, for our safety,
I'm not going to shoot. I'm not. Who was I? I wouldn't hurt nobody. But anyway,
We've never met you, sir.
you don't have to know who I am. As a law-abiding citizen,
You're going to be free to go on your way. Put
what
that
was your name, sir?
inside the back.
I understand. And I just want to let everybody know I'm Florida Carry. These guys unlawfully
Great.
stopped me. They took my camera.
I'm all
turned
for
my other
carrying too.
camera.
As long as you're fishing, I'm hunting.
This wasn't the end of it all, as the sergeant also apologized to Michael.
I've been to Fort Pierce.
How many times have you seen somebody walking around here with an AR-15?
Probably twice. And they're all
Yeah,
they're either
the
with
past
me.
20 years.
I'm sorry that
20
it's been
years, dude.
20 years. I'm sorry.
This is a city. That's in the
1987, we used to have an open carry law here, and
I
now
know,
Florida Carry is trying to
I'm
fight
well
for this
aware of
open
it.
carry right back.
And that's why you're being turned loose and you're on your way.
I'm on my way, but I had to be
Okay.
treated like a criminal in the process.
Well,
And
it all
that's-
goes with cooperation and common
I was
sense.
I was being cooperative. I walked
Okay.
up, said Happy New Year
you
to
give
these
it to
guys,
them?
Yes, sir.
and that's it.
All right.
So as soon as you guys leave, I'll go ahead and reload my firearms
All
so I
right.
can get on my way and go back.
Yes,
to
sir.
Texas. Thank you very much.
I thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah.
You have a safe day.
Happy New Year.
Okay.
Perfect.
Take care.
Still waiting for that apology too,
I
man.
handed it to you, Michael.
I said
You put it
apology.
in your right pocket.
Apology, not business card. You said you apologize.
I'm sorry you were inconvenienced, sir.
Yeah, heard that.
I apologize on behalf of the police department. Okay?
Yeah.
Please accept my sincere apology.
I will.
It's always satisfying to see ignorant cops admit their mistakes and apologize to someone that they wrongfully arrested. Michael packed up and continued on with his day. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we witnessed corrupt cops getting the sweet karma that they deserve. These clueless officers learned the hard way that karma comes quickly and doesn't spare anyone, even those wearing a badge. If you agree, please show your support by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch some of the most brutal karma ever delivered in a courtroom.
The court at this time will impose a sentence of 90 days, require you to pay a fine of $1,000.
Moving on, these officers tried to illegally enter this residence but were instantly humbled.
Please. Open the door.
I will open it. I have kids. I have kids.
Jericho.
I have kids.
Cops often escalate simple situations unnecessarily, but sometimes they face instant karma and are put back in their place. Today we will dive into cases where corrupt police officers were held accountable after they messed up. On November 3rd, 2024, Idaho Falls police approached a quiet neighborhood looking for a man named Jericho. What started off as a routine inquiry spiraled out of control within seconds.
That better. Oh, hello. Hold on. Putting kids to bed. Hold on. Let me turn this on. Hi.
Hi, Angel. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey.
Hi.
That was Jericho. Jericho's inside.
Oh, yeah.
Open the door.
I will.
I'm gonna kick it in
Hold
about
on, just
3,
one. I have 2
2,
kids in there. Will you
1.
please?
Open the door.
I will open it. I have kids. I have kids.
Jericho.
I have kids.
Jericho.
I have kids. I have kids. Please. I have kids. I will. I have kids.
Why are we opening doors? It's private property.
I have kids.
Yeah.
I have kids.
Whoa.
Okay, walk to us. You're under arrest, Jericho.
That's not Jericho.
I'm not Jericho.
I know. This officer just kicked open the door. Right. And she had the opportunity to open and she refused.
No, that's not.
Jericho has a.
Where's your warrant?
Jericho has a warrant.
Hold on.
Get him up
Where
here.
is your paper warrant, officer?
I don't need it. Hey, you know what?
You don't need
You're
it?
detained. Come here.
The situation escalated when, even after the woman agreed to open the door, the officer ignored her and violently kicked it open.
And I'm staying out of the way.
Thank you. Then sit down and be quiet.
I'm recording this whole thing though.
Okay? He has a warrant for felon
Hey,
possession.
no, where's your paper?
Come here right now. Do I need to come in there and arrest you in front of your kids?
Hold on, please don't.
Come out here.
Show me the paper
Kyle,
warrant.
stop.
I don't
This is
need
where
a
I
paper
write
warrant.
them, please.
He has a warrant, felon in possession of a firearm, which is my gun was out.
I promise.
Do you want to be detained?
Don't do this. Please.
Okay? Knock it off.
Please. Kyle.
Jericho!
Kyle,
Come to the sound of my voice! I need you guys out of here because he's dangerous. I'm going to come in and get you here in a second.
There's no weapons, I promise.
I'm going to come in and get you in a second unless you come to me right
I
now.
promise. There's kids here. They're right.
I know my
Are
law,
your
sir.
kids
Yeah,
right
do
here?
you?
Kyle.
Because there's a felon in here with a warrant.
Kyle, are the kids right
Okay.
here?
You're going to detain me.
I am going
You're
to.
holding next to my kids.
No, I'm not. I'm going to detain you because of how you're acting right now.
Jericho's brother-in-law Kyle was defiant and refused to comply with the police. Rather, he took out his phone and started filming his interaction with Officer David Shaner.
Jericho!
I'm recording this all.
Yeah, so are we, dude.
Yep.
Okay, come here. You're bothering me. Come here. You're a safety issue now.
How am I safe?
Come here. Stand up.
I'm not doing anything. Nope. I am not doing absolutely anything. I'll put my hands towards, like, palms together. Can I put my palms together like you're supposed, like you want me to?
Yeah.
I'm not no.
Good.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay, do you have a vehicle or something I can put the kids in?
For what?
Because we're
So they're not sitting there with a guy.
If he doesn't come out.
Yeah.
Because you guys think it's okay to hang out with felons. They don't want it.
Do you have a vehicle that they...
And you've allowed
Hey,
Where's your warrant?
He's my brother.
do you have a vehicle that they can go into?
So you can step into a
Yes, I
person's
can.
house without a warrant.
Yes, I can.
This is about the kids. Stop.
Okay, it's cold. You two are about
Stop.
to have some shirts.
Good Lord, dude.
I am not. I'm thinking about the kids. He's
So are
start
we.
crying.
He doesn't.
Do you want the keys?
Do you not understand
I'm
that
being
everything
quiet.
was going to
I'm
be
being quiet,
okay
sir.
until you created this problem?
I'm being quiet.
Do you get this?
Hold on.
Or are you that thick that you can't understand
This is
it?
my brother. We have nothing.
Things took a turn for the worse when the cops quickly detained Kyle and took the kids out of the house instead of choosing a calmer approach.
I would like badge numbers and everything from all the
Yeah,
officers.
Kyle, you know what? We'll get to all that.
Let
Okay.
him talk,
I'm not being
please.
hyphy with you, sir.
Dude, I want you to stop
Okay.
talking, okay? I want you to just stop. Okay,
We're
hey,
scared. Sorry.
yeah, I get it. We're going to pull up a vehicle so they can sit in there so you guys can all sit in there and not be cold out here,
That's fine.
okay?
Well, I got pulled over for a blinker and I got...
It's not about you
No,
right
it's
now.
just the way the...
Stop.
Okay.
It's about your kids right now, please.
Here's the thing.
The last couple
Here's the
days
thing.
has just been
I'm gonna try to make this easy, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm pretty close to just calling SWAT and filling this house full of gas and breaking all the windows, and I'd rather not do that.
I will get him out.
So
You go to the alley. I just got home. I will go. Please don't do that.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, right?
The cops even went so far as to threaten Kyle for felony harboring after trespassing into their house.
You heard me, right?
Like I don't want you to cooperate because, like right now,
I 100%
because of
will.
what happened with the
Sir, I'm
door and
sure.
you not opening the door, I can take you right now for felony harboring.
I'm not
Okay?
gonna do anything.
I would rather you cooperate and
100%.
get him out of here.
Sound my voice now.
So let me talk to him.
Something
Yep.
illegal, okay?
Come,
many chances.
Angel, come with me.
It's okay, bud. It's okay. Hold on.
Do we have eyes on him anyway?
It's okay, guys.
McLean saw him
okay.
go into a
It's okay.
bathroom, and then the light went out.
Jericho! This is the Idaho Falls Police Department. You are under arrest. Here's what's going to happen. This is your sister's house. If you do not give yourself up, we are going to break every window in this house. We are going to fill this house with gas. We are going to have a dog bite you. Every bad thing you can think of is going to happen is going to happen. So, why don't you be a good brother and a man who's not a little coward?
Since this wasn't Jericho's house, the cops had no legal grounds to break in. Their actions were clearly beyond the boundaries of lawful conduct.
There are no weapons in this house, just so you know. So I will go.
He's coming out.
Kyle, it's okay.
We need to see your hands, Jericho.
Okay.
Hands first.
Yep.
Come here.
Walk towards.
Come here.
Walk towards me. Keep your hands where we can see them. Walk towards me. Keep your hands where I can see them. Keep walking.
Okay.
Keep coming. You are under arrest. Keep coming towards me. No, keep coming towards me. Okay, stop. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
On your knees, Jericho. Get on your, get on your knees.
I have a back shoulder.
Get on your knees.
I got a back shoulder.
Go down. I'm going to
Yes, we
cross.
have
He's
eyes.
going to come in and do cuffs, okay?
I got a really bad shoulder.
Jericho showed up moments later and turned himself into the police without any resistance, which raises the question of why the situation escalated so dramatically in the first place.
Put your hands together.
I can't really.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not gonna resist.
Well, you already did that.
Oh, please.
You gotta bring your hand over, boss.
I can't really with my shoulder. Like, if you guys can double them up.
We got him. We got him.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, sorry.
We're trying to be easy with it.
Yeah, sorry. You guys scared me. You always take responsibility for everything you do, okay? I didn't check in with my probation officer because I was fighting with my girlfriend. And I let my emotions get the best of me, okay? And I have thought the only thing that mattered in life was me being with her. And I love myself enough, okay? And I came here to see my sister and you guys. I didn't handle my stuff, okay? And these are not an issue, okay? The cops aren't bad guys. All right, I love you guys. I'm not dangerous, nothing like that, okay? But I was scared. And you gotta always handle what your responsibility is, okay guys?
Hey Serge, can you allow him to hug his sister at least?
As if the situation hadn't already escalated, the officer began talking to the children, making the scene even more uncomfortable.
Sorry about the scary night, fellas. You guys okay? All right, so my name's Sergeant Shaner, and we got word that your uncle was here, or not your uncle, Angel's brother. Okay, Angel's brother has a warrant out for his arrest. You know what that means? That means somewhere a judge signed a thing saying, hey, Jericho's not allowed to be walking around. He has to answer for crimes that he's committed in the past. The crime that the warrant was for is called felon in possession of a firearm. There's certain people who can't own guns because they've committed certain crimes, okay? That's Jericho at this point. That doesn't mean he's a bad man. It just means that he did something at some point that disqualified him from having a gun.
At some point, just a long time
Sure,
ago.
right.
Just so we know, there's no guns here. There are not.
You guys good? You guys tracking with me right now?
Unless there's like safety ones.
It's almost like a criminal calmly taking pictures of the crime he committed, as the officer sat down with the children to talk after kicking in and causing a scene like that.
I don't know if Jericho has a gun or doesn't, but I have to assume that he does for safety reasons, right? Well, when I come up here, like, I don't need to have a warrant to come into this house because Jericho's in here and he has a warrant. So when Angel comes out to talk to me and I see Jericho shut the door and I say, hey, open the door, because I don't know what Jericho's doing and I have to assume the worst, which in some cases means the bad guy's going to get a gun and he's going to shoot me or he's going to take you guys hostage. I'm not saying this is what happened, obviously, or what could happen, but
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario. So I have to be able to see the guy. I have to be able to see Jericho.
And follow the
All right.
rules.
And because Angel wouldn't open the door, I kicked the door open.
Now, it's one thing to talk to kids like that, but lying to them about their mother? This corrupt cop had no boundaries.
I want a peaceful resolution. So when I kick the door and your dad jumps up with his phone and starts freaking out and yelling and talking about rights and all these things because he doesn't understand, he becomes part of the problem. That's why your dad is in handcuffs right now. Doesn't mean your dad's going to jail, doesn't mean he's under arrest, he was part of the problem. I had to take him out of the problem. Does that make sense? Yeah, what's up?
What does detain mean?
Detain? It's not the same as arrest. It means that you're just kind of like holding. You just kind of got us. It's like timeout. That's a great example. Okay, it's just kind of a timeout. Like, you're not allowed to do anything unless I say you can do it.
Even if Jericho was wrong, these officers had no legal right to barge into his sister's house like that. Their actions were a clear abuse of power since they had an arrest warrant, not a search warrant. This cop tried to cover it up, but the next twist is something that you won't see coming.
Well, I have another journalist that's filming debit and credit card information and personal information for customers, which they're not allowed to do as per the postal inspectors.
You are lying.
A First Amendment auditor arrived at the U.S. Post Office in Glassboro, only to be greeted by a rude employee. But wait until you hear what the postmaster had to say when the auditor complained.
Hey buddy, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good, I'm Tom. I'm the postmaster here.
You're Tom?
Yeah.
Tom Lyon, right?
Yeah, close, but that's okay. Lions, yeah.
Tom Lyons. And you're the postmaster here?
Yeah.
I want to address a couple things with you. First, a gentleman was really rude to me. He wouldn't give me his name, and he wasn't wearing a name tag.
Okay.
Aren't you? It's not required by post office regulations for you to have a name tag. Even contractors are supposed to have a name tag that are contracted with the post office.
No, but what's not allowed is you filming in a lobby where people have packages and their addresses and their credit card information. So you're more than welcome to film. You're not.
I'm not filming any credit card information or any packages. You're saying something that you don't even know that happened. You don't know.
So
you don't know, sir.
I do, because you're filming in a lobby, right?
Yeah,
So
correct.
let's just talk about it. And I'm all for you doing whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm not contesting you. I'm just challenging where you're filming.
Despite the fact that the post office is public property, the postmaster didn't go back and started telling him that filming was not allowed.
So you're not allowed to film in this section where people have addresses exposed with their return address or the address exposed to where they're sending their package to. Nor are you allowed to film at the counter where they're taking their debit or credit card out.
Mhm.
And they're using that debit or credit card into the machine.
So what makes you think that? What makes you think that I'm filming anybody's personal address or any credit card information? What leads you to suspect that?
Because you're filming, period.
Because I'm filming, period.
Yeah.
That means that I'm.
filming, period. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're filming, period, that means that you now have the ability to freeze that frame and focus in or zoom in on the address to or from for that specific package.
But you wouldn't know if I caught that to film it. Just another quick question
I
for
wouldn't
you.
know
This
that
just
until I looked at the film, and
Yeah.
then obviously not going to share that. But
exactly. So
The auditor took advantage of the opportunity to school the postmaster on the rules regarding the post office.
just another quick question for you. So, I noticed that you guys don't have the Poster 7 rules and regulations of the post office anywhere, posted anywhere here and in your lobby. And,
what's that poster? What?
Poster 7, rules
What
and it's the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property.
Okay.
So if you would have had that posted here, I would have been able to show it to you. Maybe you can pull it up on your computers because you are supposed to have it. I will be contacting
Do you have a mask, by the way?
I will be contacting the inspector's office
That's fine.
and letting them know that you're not in compliance because
Okay.
they're the rules and regulations governing conduct on the postal property. So as the postmaster, you should be very well aware of those rules, and you should have them posted freely for everyone to see. Every post office I've ever been to has them posted. This is the first post office that I've seen that doesn't have it posted. And you were let know this, and you were made aware of this before when another journalist came in here and they were asking you about Poster 7, and you were I'm very sure.
It turns out that the auditor had previously approached the postmaster about not displaying Poster 7, but his lack of legal rules only highlighted the bigger issue.
What happened to that journalist?
They were arrested because you lied. You
Oh, because I
lied
lied.
because you
Oh.
made false statements against the journalist, sir.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why they were
So they
arrested.
arrested the
Like-
journalist for my false statements.
Correct. That's
Sure
exact.
about that.
That's exactly what happened
Did you
because
get the police report?
you said yes, I do. You said that she
You
was.
have it with
You
you?
said that she was creating a disturbance, sir.
She was. Were you here?
So am I?
Were you
I saw
here?
the video, sir. And so she's doing exactly what I was doing. So am I
False.
creating a disturbance?
False. She's not doing exactly what you were doing.
Exactly.
Because now you've decided to come out of the lobby area, and you've decided to take your filming over to the box section area where there is no expectation of a package or address, and there is no credit or debit card information that's personal to people and citizens of the United States. So what you're doing is completely different than
This postmaster clearly has no clue about the rules and policies of the post office. He is ignorant of the regulations, and he is obviously unaware of the very regulations that he is supposed to uphold.
And I'm going to continue to film as I'm gathering content, and I'm
You're
going to
not gonna
conduct
film
business.
over there. You can film over here.
So
You're
I
not
can
gonna film over
I can film anywhere in the public. If you
I
print out,
guarantee that you can.
if you print,
Listen, it's very simple.
if you print,
it's not an argument. Okay?
yeah, I'm not arguing with you
Okay,
either.
so here's
Why would
what
I
I'm-
argue with
I'm
somebody
just
who
gonna give
doesn't
you
know
some
the rules and
simple
regulations of the post office, sir?
I'm just going to give you some simple rules and instructions.
Yeah, I don't need your rules, so I'm gonna go ahead and step away from here. You should have your rules posted if you want people to
it's
abide by the rules. You should have the rules
Listen,
posted.
this isn't my first rodeo.
What petty move this postmaster makes next will literally shock you.
I have another journalist that's filming debit and credit card information and personal information for customers, which they're not allowed to do as
Wow,
postal inspectors.
you are lying.
So would
you
be
are
kind enough to
lying.
send somebody down, please?
You are lying. Don't tell me to shush. Who are you?
No, just leave me
Who
alone.
are you? Who are you to tell me to
Yeah,
shush?
he's inside.
Who are you? Hey, hey,
Can you have some respect?
hey, mind your business and don't tell me what to do and don't shush me.
One of those guys.
Don't shush me. Mind your business, man. Yeah, you show me a little bit of courtesy
Listen,
first,
he's
and I'll
got the
show
right to
courtesy.
say anything he wants.
Yeah, and so do I.
Right, freedom of speech.
And so do
Right.
I. And so do
So he
I.
can say shush. Right? Just as much as you
Unprofessional.
can- Okay.
It's
so
unprofessional.
Then it's
unprofessional.
both ways.
I don't. I never told him to shush. I never told you to
You just
shush.
told him to shut your mouth. Who is he?
Yeah,
That's what you just
because
said.
because of what he told me. Of course, he has no right to. You have no right to shush
He
me.
has every right.
Yeah.
As a-
Respect his phone call.
as a-
Respect his phone call in a public place. Come on, man. You're why are you involving yourself? Why are you even involving yourself in this?
He tries to retaliate in the most unexpected way by making a false report, which does nothing but demonstrates his lack of professionalism and understanding of basic rules.
So why did you just lie to the police and said that I was filming credit card information when I'm clearly not?
Let me hear some.
So, but why did you just lie to the police, Mr. Lyons? Lion, like lying, right? So, Mr. Lyons, why did you say that?
Let me hear some.
Yeah, but why did you say that I was filming credit card information to elicit a response?
Were you in the lobby?
Does that mean I wasn't in the lobby when nobody was there? No one's even in the lobby.
Nobody was there at all.
No one was in there at all.
Sure about that?
Yeah, for sure. Nobody with credit card information,
So
for
if we
sure.
got your film up, you're over that side, and nobody's in the lobby whatsoever.
I can guarantee you there's no credit card information
That's not what I asked. See, now you're
on.
changing your answer.
No, that's not what I'm doing. That's
You
not what
said
I'm
nobody
doing.
was over there.
There is. I have no credit card.
That's not what I asked.
I have no. But that's what you
not what I-
said.
no, that's not
But
what I
that's
asked.
what you said to the
I asked you a
police.
question, and you responded to
But
the
you said to the police. You said to the police that I was filming credit card information. You are lying. That is.
When the auditor confronted the postmaster about his lie, he had absolutely nothing to say. Rather than admitting that he lied, he began gaslighting.
I only give over ID when I have committed a crime. So unless you guys have reasonable articulable suspicion, as the law states, that I've committed a crime, I don't provide ID. So there has to be reasonable articulable suspicion. RAS. Okay. Okay, great. I'm glad. Listen, it's not against you personally, officer. It's a lot of officers don't understand that sometimes. There's no crime. He's wasting the resources of the Glassboro Police Department because there's no crime. There's no reason you guys should be here. I'm being reasonable. You know, he's just calling you just to try and flex. Just to try and flex his, whatever power or authority you think you have here, sir. You have none. You are a public servant. Call the inspectors. That's who you should call.
I work for the public.
Yeah. Yes, you do. You're a federal employee. You're a federal employee. Yes, you are. I don't even know if you guys have jurisdiction here. So, jurisdiction would fall under the Postal Inspector's Office, which is the law enforcement division of the post office here. So, I don't know if you even have jurisdiction. You would need what's called a memorandum of understanding between the United States Post Office and the Glassboro Police Department, and I don't know if you have it. But I would like to speak to a supervisor so I can see if you guys have that first. You're a supervisor. Do you know of any such memo between the post office?
I'm not sure. I don't have one handy. How you doing? You gotta get by.
Sure, sir. I'm sorry. Sorry for blocking your way. Sorry about that. Hey, sir, can I get your name and badge number, please?
Next up, this tyrant had no clue that he was being recorded as he tried to overstep the law.
You have to produce it, sir.
That's what I'm looking to do.
Produce your paperwork. It's a ticket.
Well, then give me a ticket because you know what? Okay. When I go to court and I produce it, your ass is mine.
It doesn't take a lot for a police officer to misuse his authority and break the law. However, sometimes justice catches up to them as they are sued for their actions. On September 29th, 2016, Kingston police officer Mills tried to cross the center line attempting to pass a motorist, but he almost bumped into an individual, Charlie. Instead of accepting his mistake and continuing with his day, Officer Mills misused his authority by unlawfully pulling over Charlie and demanding his license.
Sir, you have a license and registration on you?
What's the problem?
I'm stopping you because you came across the line there and you're blaming your...
I came across the line?
Yes.
You see that camera right there?
Okay, you're being audio and video recorded right now.
You were on my side of the road.
Actually, I wasn't. Do you have your driver's license?
Yep, I do. And I can't wait to give it to you. You got a name there, officer?
Yep, my name is Officer Mills.
Okay.
Police Department.
Yeah. How's that moron Strand doing?
Do you have a registration?
Probably, but
okay. Can you get it for
the
me?
car's registered to me.
This is a classic case of police harassment, and Officer Mills probably thought that he could have his way. However, he didn't realize everything had been recorded on the dash cam.
I'm sorry, I refuse. You
have to produce all paperwork, or you can get a ticket for that. If you
well,
produce a registration
first off, officer, and let me shut this vehicle off so there is no misconstruing my intentions here, and I'm putting this back in my pocket.
Okay.
I don't have any weapons. Let's get something straight. First off, you were on the wrong side of the road. That's going to verify that. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing is,
my video as well.
you're violating my 4th and 14th Amendments because you do not have probable cause to stop me. Which means, huh?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do you?
Yes.
Despite having the documents, Charlie refused to hand them over to the officer as the traffic stop was illegal. Knowing that the cop would not stand a chance in court, he let him write a ticket.
Shine your light there. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Here, if you'd like to shine your light in here, I think it's in here.
You have to produce it, sir.
That's what I'm looking to do.
If you don't produce your paperwork, it's a ticket.
Well, then give me a ticket because you know what?
Okay.
When I go to court and I produce it, this is mine.
Good luck.
Okay, you keep smiling. That's the attitude that gets you people in trouble. Dude.
Just a few days later, Charlie received a call from the deputy chief of police, who apologized to him and dismissed the violation. As a kind gesture, he also did not pursue the complaint any further. Now, while this cop may have gotten away with it all, these next bunch of tyrants were not as lucky, as they were immediately sued.
Call. I don't care who called y'all. Lock me up and see what happens. I want you to.
On May 22nd, 2022, a neighbor called 911 to report a suspicious person at someone else's home. When the officer arrived, he spotted a man watering the plant.
Howdy.
Hey man, how's it going?
Pretty good. What you doing here, man?
Water flower.
Are they saying that, is that your vehicle? It's not?
It's the neighbor's vehicle.
The neighbors?
314, I'll be on 13.
Okay.
Hey,
You live here?
No, I don't live here.
Okay. They saying that this vehicle is not supposed to be here and you're not supposed to be
Who's
here.
saying that?
They called about it. I don't know who called.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm Pastor Jennings. I live across the street.
You're Pastor Jennings?
Yes, I'm looking out for their house while they gone.
Okay.
Watering their flowers.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Now, do you have like ID and all?
Oh no, man. I'm not gonna give you no ID.
Why not?
I ain't did nothing wrong. And they did
Well,
nothing
you look,
suspicious.
listen, I'm not saying do nothing wrong.
Doc, listen,
There's a suspicious person.
Look, I used to be a police officer in Goodwater. Don't come here with that.
The man identified himself as Pastor Jennings and provided his address, explaining that he was watering the plants at a friend's house who was out of town. Despite this, the officer continued to escalate the situation, making things difficult for the pastor.
There's a suspicious person in the yard, and if you're not one to identify yourself,
I don't have to identify myself. I'm just not a stop and identify state. That guy know me. He came to my store that got broke in. I live right over there across the street. Who called y'all?
that's what we got to figure out. But first,
who called?
You
See, a black man
he
out
don't
here
live here.
warning his neighbor. Bob, you think
I'm not saying nothing about.
you have no right to approach me if I ain't did nothing suspicious or nothing wrong. Told him I'm a pastor. I pastor until I don't want to hear you.
Sir.
You want to lock me up? Lock me up.
Nobody wants to
Lock me. I'm not showing y'all anything. I'm gonna continue to water these flowers. I don't care who called y'all.
The officers wanted to see some ID, just on the basis of a phone call. Jennings had every right to be upset, as he had committed no crime and the officers had no reasonable articulable suspicion.
Lock me up and see what happens. I want you to.
Hey man, just come here and talk to us. What?
Water these back flowers is what I'm finna do. All right, who called y'all?
Well, if you would let us talk to you, we can figure stuff out.
You know, you're going to catch an obstruction charge if you keep walking away.
You can do whatever you want. Do it. Do it.
We're just trying to talk to you, man. Come here.
313, 314, follow.
Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone, dude. Just calm down, okay?
No.
Stop.
I like this.
Okay. We're just trying to talk to you and see.
I don't want to argue with you, okay?
All right, go ahead and do what you gotta do, Doc. Do what you got to do. Go on and lock me up.
Look, just have a
It's
seat.
already a lawsuit.
You're
It's
just.
already a lawsuit,
Yes,
Doc.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's already a
Okay.
lawsuit.
Just have a seat, okay?
Okay, already a lawsuit.
Sit down. Sit down, man. Just.
Okay, let me call my wife.
You're not calling nobody.
My son just got racially profiled in Michigan. He's got his master's degree. He's an athletic director. 3 police profiler came in. I was ex-police officer in Goodwater. I told you I'm a pastor.
Okay, look, man.
Who called y'all?
We.
I don't have to ID myself.
You will not listen.
I have a call on you. You have to identify yourself to me. You understand what I'm telling you?
No, I don't.
The pastor was handcuffed and then detained. The corrupt and racist officers continued to threaten him before arresting him for a crime that he did not commit.
I think it's going to be.
Please call my wife right quick.
We're going to wait off. All right. Well, y'all sit with him, Jeremy. I'm going to go over here and see if it's 6 people over here that call. Hey, you know what? You know what? 10-15. 10-15. 10-15. I ain't going to sit there and have that, dude.
Will you let my wife?
No, you ain't letting nothing now.
Appreciate it. Okay, I will. Thank you. Call at the jail.
Yes, sir. I'm on this car right here.
I mean, I don't know if they called.
We'll look on the log and see who called.
I mean, I saw the gold SUV. So, and I saw him outside, and all I did said, hey, man, do you live here? No. Is that your car? No, it's the neighbor's. So I'm finna go over here and run the tag.
Okay.
The officers could have continued the investigation without arresting him, but their ego was far too fragile to be owned by a black man. When the caller arrived, she quickly realized she had made a mistake.
Do you know that gentleman back?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Does he have
He lives right there.
Okay, does he have permission here to be watering flowers?
He may because they are friends.
Okay.
And they went out of town today, so
Right.
he may be watering their flowers.
Okay.
It'd be completely normal.
Okay, that's fine. If he would have said, hey, I got this, gave his identification because he's a suspicious person, he said that's not his vehicle, it's their vehicle.
Okay.
We have a call. Like,
Yeah.
we're here because we're called here. I don't know who called, but somebody did.
Did you call us?
313. Mr. Rory Milam of Childersburg. Temple.
Yeah, he lives right there, and he would be watering their flowers. This is probably my fault.
Okay, do you know who Rory Malum is? That's the person that owns that vehicle.
Now, this should have marked the end of Jennings' detainment, and he should have then been released. But instead, the officers began planning charges against him while continuing to intimidate him.
Step out.
Miss Sister Connie, and
What's wrong with you?
my cuffs a little bit tight. If y'all don't mind loosening them up.
Listen, let me talk to you. Who is Roy Malum? That's you, ain't it?
I'm Michael Jennings, sir.
You're Michael Jennings. Who is Roy Malum?
I don't know.
Okay, that's who that vehicle belongs to.
Yeah, that's
Who
all I
lives
know.
here?
His name is Roy.
That's who lives here?
That's Roy. I call him Roy and I call his wife Connie, and I've been dealing with him for 7 years that I've been living here.
They are friends.
Okay.
So you called not because of the car, but because you thought you saw someone besides him.
Right, I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, I got to keep their flowers watered. I got to keep their flowers watered while they're gone. You okay? And by the way, I won't get to come to the graduation, but we're going to get your son something.
No, don't.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Anytime the police come out and they say, we want to identify you, you have to identify yourself because there's a reasonable suspicion, there's a reasonable man, there's a vehicle. There's a reasonable suspicion that you're here. It's not a crime.
This is a classic case of police corruption and racial profiling. Suspicion is not a crime, and these officers now see a lawsuit on their hands.
Here's my name, here's everything. We were like,
I
okay.
told him my name.
You didn't tell me your name.
I decided. He asked me who I was. I said,
You didn't give it to me when I first
Pastor
asked.
Jennings. Pastor Jennings.
That's not a name. That's a pastor.
Yeah.
I need
God,
your
The way
name.
y'all handle this situation was totally wrong.
Well, listen.
You're racial profile.
We're not racial profile.
Yes, you did.
No, sir. No, sir. We're not about
I
that.
told
okay?
you I was here watering the flowers. But it's
How do I know that's the truth?
Because
Anybody
I had the water hose in my hand. I was watering all the flowers.
Anybody can pick a hose pipe up.
He is going to be so pissed when I tell him I got arrested watering his flowers. 7 years
Well, look,
we've been
look,
friends.
we got that. Look, let's sit back in here.
Okay.
What are we going to do with him?
We'll see the charge of, I guess, disorderly conduct, the failure to obey a police officer. He refused to give any information.
He said he's not going to give me his social, but he gave me his name and date of birth.
Okay, and she's saying the same thing. She won't give her name.
It turned out the caller, a Karen neighbor, refused to provide her ID as well. However, the officers didn't arrest her and focused solely on the pastor. This clearly shows the racist behavior of these cops.
Well, I told her that. And every time I try to tell him, he just says, "You good, man? I appreciate this. I appreciate it." You know, because
all he does is racial profiling. He's suing. That's all he would say. You couldn't talk to him.
Well, wasn't going to detain him until he walked away, started coming to the front yard saying he's coming to water these plants, and then he gets his phone out and he just keeps speeding, walking away. And I said, "Okay, fine, come here." Because at that point I realized he's not going to do anything to help us out.
What's the charge? So just obstruction?
Disorderly or obstruction.
Obstruction.
I'll just do obstruction.
Obstruction of governmental operations.
Yeah.
We're here to investigate a call, and he wouldn't give us his name or any other thing. Yeah, we told him he was trying to call the owner, but still, I need his name. You know, we gotta have his name.
Yeah.
I'll take him over to the PD for you.
Yeah, I'll go get gas.
If there's no, in the bond book, if it's not listed, just do the lowest one, the 500.
Shortly after, the caller did the courtesy of going to Jennings' home and informing his wife and daughter about the arrest. They came hurrying outside and tried to comply with these tyrants.
God working it out. It don't work out.
I can tell you what all happened if you like, ma'am.
Okay.
That's my daughter. They're my wife right
You're good, you're good. So we got a
They're
call.
my wife.
Hold on, his wife is coming, so you can do this once.
I'll tell you what's going on,
Daddy.
okay? And so we got a call here, okay? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll need his ID.
I'm just gonna take his ID and we're gonna.
Well, we'll just.
Daddy.
You want us to take his
Do
whole
you want
wallet or
them
just?
to give your ID?
I just wanted you to know who he was.
Okay.
No ID.
No, that's fine.
No,
That's fine.
Okay.
If he don't give me an ID and we don't have a way to identify him, I will have to look him on John Doe. But if he's got it, then that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, he's okay. So he's been identified.
I'll
He's
tell you what
identified
happened.
himself.
We
She's
get a call
identified
here.
him and verified who he is and where he
Because she knows
lives.
who
I'm the
is here.
missionary, so.
But when we get here, of course, we're going to immediately investigate the call.
Yes.
Find him on scene. All he's doing is watering the plants, and that's not a problem.
What do you want? What do you want to do?
And we say, hey,
Your phone is
sir,
at the
we have a
house.
call here.
What do you want us to
Need
do?
you to identify yourself, please. Like, no, I'm not identifying myself. You don't have to identify me, and so on. And he began to walk away.
These racist officers had made a huge mistake arresting him even when he had not committed any crime whatsoever. The pastor's family remained respectful, but they were left deeply disappointed by the officers' action.
He's already collected the charge. Once we place him on arrest, we can't unarrest him. Does that make sense?
This is so simple, and the neighbor just told him this morning, please water the plants and take care of them.
He said
Look
that,
out
but it
for
was
the
all
house.
afterwards. It was all afterwards. And all we told him was like, if you're here to water the plants, that's okay. Just please identify yourself, just your name, and let us call the owner. And he didn't want to do that until he caught the charge.
So what do we need to do now? He's
going to go to the Childersburg Police Department. We're going to process the arrest report. It's going to be one charge for obstruction of our investigation. He'll go to the jail. He can bond out immediately. You can get your bondsman. It'll be 10% of the bond.
So it'd be like $50.
We're not investigating a crime. We're investigating a call, and we have a right to identify anybody involved in that call.
But obviously he didn't identify himself.
He's walking away and yelling at us and telling us we have no right, and we have a call there. But if he wants to fight in court, that's fine.
Is it okay if I talk to him?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Is it okay? Yes, ma'am.
Michael Jennings was later charged with obstruction and taken to the police station. He was eventually released on bond and filed a civil rights lawsuit against the officers and the city. The lawsuit is still in progress, and we hope that these cops get the karma that they deserve. Well, if you think these cops broke the law, you will be shocked to see the force used by this cop. On September 16, 2021, Officer Wenzel responded to a burglary report. Upon arriving, one of the suspects sped off in a car driving into oncoming traffic. The officer pursued, putting lives at risk. Suspect, who was later identified as 24-year-old Noah Guttum, kept racing away into oncoming traffic. His speed had reached over 130 miles per hour, and the officer kept following behind. Now, if this wasn't bad enough, Noah eventually entered the highway on the wrong way. He kept going at 133 miles per hour. chase was now becoming incredibly dangerous, and then finally, after almost 10 minutes of pursuit, the officer was able to ram into the suspect's car and stop him. Officer Wenzel struck the back of his car multiple times, but it could have hit any car coming from up ahead. This led to an investigation against him, and it was concluded that his use of force was unnecessary and excessive. He was fired from the department, and his peace officer's license was suspended. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we saw cases where corrupt police officers were sued for attempting to break the law and unlawfully arrest innocent people. These officers must face justice, and we hope that they are held accountable. If you agree, please support us by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch the moments where these psycho Karens attacked these police officers.
Don't kick me!